Hello, I'm Cheyenne.
And I'm Frankie.
And this is Conbini Cult. Welcome to this next episode of the Conbini Cult podcast. How are you?
Yay, I'm good.
You're good? Yeah. So today's topic, if you've been listening and watching up until now, we've been doing a lot of deep dives on some very serious topics here in Japan. So...
A little depressing sometimes.
A little depressing, a little too real, you know? And so the topic I'm going to bring up today is a more, I think, lighter vibe. I'd like to play a game out of some of the things I'm going to bring up. So we'll get into that in just a second. Yeah,
okay.
A game.
Okay.
If you want to call it that, do you want to play a game? What is his name? Jigsaw?
Yeah.
But yeah. Before we get into that, how was your week? Any updates?
Well, let's see. I just came back from Shinjo Village in Okayama, which is another one of those most beautiful villages in Japan. There's a whole list of them.
Yeah.
But it was snowing.
I saw your stories and stuff, and like it just, well, you like the snow, right?
Yeah, I love the snow. I like the cold. I like to warm up when it's cold outside.
Yeah, like I've said this 1,000 times, but I like it for like a day. Like, like you go, you enjoy it, you play outside, and then you go home and take a bath, and you're like, okay, that was nice. Like I don't know if I could like live in a snowy place like that. It's not built for that.
It's probably annoying to shovel every day.
That's the thing. Like, where is it now? I know like northern Japan, I've seen on the news and stuff, Hokkaido and stuff is like crazy. And you just got back from Hokkaido too. I think they got all of that flurry and everything like after you left.
Yeah, right after I left.
Yeah, that's so lucky.
Yeah, a lot of flights were delayed and stuff. So luckily, well, our flight was delayed a couple hours, but it wasn't canceled. So grateful for that.
That's good. I had a friend, so she just like kind of made a spontaneous trip here in Osaka last weekend because she was supposed to go to Sapporo for the snow festival. And she had all of her flight information, like everything was booked. She got to the airport and then they were like, oh, it's like overbooked or it's canceled or it's like something like where it was LCC. So I don't know like if that affects anything. But yeah, they were kind of just like, no, you can't get on this flight that you paid for and booked for. So
did she get a
here's
refund?
This like voucher to maybe take another flight, but it would be super delayed to where she would lose the whole day basically. And so she was just like, no, F that. Like, give me my, I think, refund, I guess. And then she just made a spontaneous trip to Osaka. So that was fun. I got to see her. Shout out, Princess, if you watch or listen. But, yeah, so that, it just sounds like it's been really troublesome for anyone trying to go in or out of Hokkaido. It sucks. She missed, like, she bought the tickets for the snow festival. And I don't know if that was, like, going to be her first and last time ever. But, like, yeah. That sucks.
Maybe next year.
Maybe. I'm just glad you like got back safe and like, I don't know, nothing was delayed and everything. This was last year, but my partner had to go to Hokkaido for work. And it was supposed to be like a 1 or 2 day trip. And same, like because of the snow, things got so delayed. I think he just had to like, even not just like the flight from Hokkaido, down to Tokyo and like everything was delayed after that. And I think he traveled for like 10 hours or something like from Hokkaido back to Osaka. I just remember him coming back home that night at like midnight or something. And he was just like, I am beat. Like, I don't ever want to go there ever again was the consensus. But anyway, glad you're back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I also wanted to mention, because on a previous episode in our life updates, I was talking about using the electric car and kind of getting used to charging an electric vehicle. Yeah. And the place that I went by myself, the battery percentage was like 50% by the time I got there. Okay. And that freaked me out. I was like, I need to charge it right now because, by the time I get home, it would be 20% and I don't want to risk being stuck in traffic or anything. But my partner, Takashi, is really not worried about that kind of stuff. We were leaving Shinjo Village this morning, and it said by the time we got home, because it tells you like when you reach your destination, you should have this much percentage left.
That's kind of helpful. I didn't know that. Yeah.
And how many kilometers you can drive. I think gas vehicles also tell you the mileage or the kilometerage.
The kilometerism
that you have left.
Yeah.
But yeah, it said we were going to have negative 2% battery.
The fact that it goes to the negatives is so funny.
And he was like, I think we can make it.
No. Yeah, we're fine. No. He's like the epitome of that like meme with the dog sitting in the room on fire. And he's like, this is fine.
Everything's fine.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. So?
And then we were kind of late because thanks to me, we did charge the car a little bit.
Yeah.
But he dropped me off here at the studio today, and there's 7% battery left, and he was like, I think I can make it home.
And you guys don't live near here, by the way, so he's just like gonna go
might be like 45 minutes by car.
Yeah, on the highway and stuff. Like to go on, like not even in a neighborhood, like on the highway too is like wild.
Exactly.
It is so stressful to me.
So I'll find out later if he got stranded or something.
Honestly, like even if he did get stranded and you didn't receive like a phone call or a text by now.
My phone is on Do Not Disturb. I wouldn't know.
Oh, okay. Maybe I was just going to say like, well, that's like really considerate of him. He knows we're recording. Maybe he's stuck and he doesn't want to bother you. But like, no, you just like flat out like ignored him. That's so funny. Check, yeah. We're going to take a text break to see if...
There's no message from him, so I can assume he got back safely.
He got home safe? Okay, good. Then that's good. Then that makes me like question what, like how, if he's like that about his car, which is something very important, like how does he do with like his phone and stuff? Like what percent is his phone always at? Is it like, you know what I mean? Because
I think his phone doesn't die that much.
Okay.
I feel like he's on top of charging his phone, especially because we have mobile chargers and all that, like portable chargers. And then with his camera batteries and stuff, he's got a lot of extra batteries. Yeah. So his camera's usually charged as well.
Okay.
I don't know. He's doesn't really care that much about the car. Yeah, we can make it.
So I asked because my assumption was like, if it's so lax about like your car, I just like, I gotta know like what percentage is your phone? Because I know there's like, you know, people who get anxious when it like hits under like, I don't know, 70%, 60% or whatever. And like the people who don't care. Which one are you?
I care when my phone gets to below 60. And then with the electric car, well, it depends where I'm going, like how far it takes to get home. But below 50%, I'm like, I would like to charge it.
A little stressful, yeah. Same, like anytime my phone is, around 60 or 50, I'm like, okay, well, I guess I should just like really conserve my battery and like not look at my, you know, socials or whatever for depending like what I'm doing and what time it is for the rest of the day.
Yep.
Whereas my partner, he's very like okay with leaving the house at like 20%. And it's like the morning still, you know what I mean? And we're going to like USJ where like probably you're going to use your phone like waiting in line and stuff. So like that stresses me out. And he's risky. Like so fine. Yeah. And like, I mean, phone has died many times. But it's just like, and it sounds like so dumb and small, like and unimportant, right? Like your phone battery, but
It's important.
It can't be me. Also, I'm just like anxious about like getting lost in directions. Even though I've like lived in the same place for years, I'm like, what if I don't know how to get home? And like that's why it stresses me out. But anyway, I'm glad you're back. Welcome back. Literally the suitcase is like right here in the room with us. But my update, maybe I've said this in a previous episode, but I have taken the JLPT level 1, so N1. Surprise, surprise, I failed again for the third time, I think. I've kind of lost count at this point.
Sorry to hear that.
It's okay. It's nothing like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like salty and I'm like, it's not even a real test. It doesn't like test your like actual language skills, which in my opinion, it really doesn't.
Well, I mean, that's not really even an opinion because it doesn't test half of the skills that you need to learn a language, you know?
To like learn and like live here and stuff. So I'm kind of like bummed about that. Mostly because I just want to get it done. I don't even need it. I'm not like looking for a job. I'm not going to language school or anything. It's more just like, final boss, I guess. I just want to get it done and like out of my life forever, you know?
Do you have N2 though, right?
I have N2. I've had it for
I don't. I
for
failed.
a long time. Oh no, I'm sorry. Twice. Yeah, it's not a good test. And again, not saying that because we failed. It's like legit not a good test. Although, have you heard this or do you believe that apparently the December test, which is the one I took, is harder than the July test?
I heard the opposite. I heard that July was harder.
God damn it. Okay, well, never mind then. So was there a reason? What? Tell me. Like truly, if there's a not a workaround, like whichever one is easier, please tell me.
I thought that they adjust the December test based on the July results.
Oh, I see.
I could be wrong. This is all hearsay.
I mean, same. So that's your hearsay. My hearsay was like, so in Japan, the test comes out twice a year in July and December.
Yep.
Whereas everywhere else,
it's
only once a year, and it's in December.
Yeah.
And so the hearsay I hear is the December one is harder because it's adjusted for all countries around the world. And so they need to just have like a higher standard because it's that one time a year everyone is taking the test versus July. It's kind of just like the domestic version.
Oh, okay.
So
I feel like your theory holds a little better.
Yeah, I mean.
But who knows?
I don't know, where my source got their source from, but we'll see. Maybe I'll try again, and definitely not this July. I think I need to take a step back and take a break, and I'll be very preoccupied this summer for other personal reasons. Anyway,
busy summer. But
I don't know.
No, I don't plan. I don't think I need it anyway. I'm okay in my life and my work.
Yeah.
I get by without the JLPT. So
is there like we'll get into this topic in a bit, but like is there like a test? This is like my $1 million idea. So if it exists already, whatever. But rather than, because Japan especially loves like not physical, like paper exams, the JLPT especially, it's all multiple choice and there's no speaking section, which is like very vital if you plan to like live here, Yeah. And so
arguably that's probably the most important aspect.
Yeah, like listening and speaking for sure. Unless like, especially the level like the N1, if you're going to grad school in Japan, yes, it makes sense because it's very academic. Like the gap between N2 and N1 is just so wide. I don't understand like why N1 is necessary unless you're going to university here. But anyway, I'm wondering, is there like, I just want like, how driver's test, there's a paper test and then there's like the actual physical like driving exam. Why doesn't that exist for like language exams? Like
it doesn't for the Japanese language.
No, it does. I mean,
like,
I don't know about
English.
any other countries or languages, but like
for English there is. Oh, I forgot what it's called though. Because some people take the TOEIC, but that's just another like multiple choice thing. Right. But there is something that includes an interview section. I can't remember what it's called though.
Yeah, because like a practical exam, is that what it, like, anyway, I'm trying to, for example, my idea is N3, you go to a restaurant and you talk with like the restaurant owner or like an actor who is a restaurant owner or whatever, and you make conversation and you just like do that. Level 2 is like you go to, or N2 is maybe you go to City Hall and you have to file some paperwork all on your own in Japanese and like maybe sit in a business meeting and do the business meeting. And if you do that, then you pass. And then N1 is like you go to the doctor or you go to like, I don't know, a court hearing or something. A court hearing's kind of hard. That's even like too hard for me probably. But like you go to something where like, that skill is necessary, where that language is necessary and like call it a day. Because I've like lived here pretty independently for like 8 years without any problem. And that should be proof enough that I can speak Japanese.
Exactly. I'm saying.
Yeah, so anyway, me getting mad at like this piece of paper, but
it's okay.
Anyway, that's my news. It's just another frustrating result for the third year in a row. But let's get on a silly note now.
Okay. All right, I'm excited. I have not looked at your notes for this. So it's going to be some surprises for me.
It'll be like quite interesting, I guess, is the only word I can describe it as. Okay. So the topic I've chosen for today is Japan's craziest hotels.
Whoa.
Woo! So, I mean, Japan is a very lovely destination to visit, and I'm sure many of you listening or watching have maybe stayed in a hotel in Japan. You've stayed in a hotel in Japan, probably. You travel a lot for work.
Yeah.
So have I. So I just wanted to get into some like interesting hotels that I've come across here. Not personally, but just from what I've like researched online and stuff. So
all right.
Yeah. The first hotel I'm going to get into. Have you ever heard of this one? It is called it is known as the 100 Yen Hotel. And it's located in Fukuoka.
No.
Okay.
What is it?
The official name, so the Japanese name is the Asahi Ryokan. Oh. And like I said, it is... I won't get into the spoiler. It's from Fukuoka.
Okay.
And so basically... the hotel premise is because it is so cheap, because it is 100 yen, the what do you even call it? Not the flip side. The catch is you will be broadcasted live from your room for the whole night.
What?
Yeah. I love that genuine reaction. This is why I'm like kind of hiding the notes too, because I need to see your reaction.
What?
Yeah. So in the Asahi Ryokan, like I said, it costs only 100 yen. So I think in today's conversion, what is it, like 85 cents? I don't know. Like,
probably even less.
Less, like
65 cents.
Super cheap. So it costs 100 yen to stay for the night. And yeah, the catch is there's a camera set up in your room and you're just publicly live broadcasted on their YouTube channel for the whole night. Of course, the bathroom and the changing area doesn't have a camera.
Ooh,
You're okay. It's not like
wondering.
it's not, like a Seoul kind of thing. Just the main and like general area where the guests would relax and sleep is going to be filmed. And the layout of the hotel is also, not like the hotel you're thinking of in like a Western aspect where there's like beds and everything. It's just like a one-room tatami, basically. Okay. So if you're like familiar with our Nasubi episode, like it looks exactly
sounds like Nasubi's room.
Again, Japan's obsession with like, hidden cameras and broadcasting, different conversation, but like it's more that vibe. Like the general rest space has the camera right there. And so yeah.
Can I ask?
Yes.
Who is it broadcasted to?
Anyone
Where can you watch it?
You can, so I've searched it, like the Asahi, like you can search it in English or in Japanese. Yeah. And when you search Asahi Ryokan, like broadcast, it just pops up, like the video of, okay. Yeah. And so like, of course it's, if you don't know what this hotel is or like know where to find it, like, I don't think it's like big enough to stumble across randomly. Okay. I think the only reason why I knew this is like, I don't know.
How did you find out about it?
Probably Vice or a YouTuber or something, like a Japan fluencer or something. I probably came across it one day because I just knew about this hotel before doing research about it. So actually, this hotel was the reason why I wanted to talk about hotels in general. Okay. And, I really, really plan to get into like a more deep dive about this hotel. But amongst my research, I found out this hotel closed. Oh, no. It closed in like 2021.
I was going to say, should we stay there?
Yeah, no, I was like not kind of like, thinking about it. But, it's permanently closed. And that was like according to Google. So I was like, there's no way. So after deeper digging, they had a Twitter or X. And the owner released news on their Twitter back in 2021 saying that they will close permanently that year. And they didn't give an explanation. They were just like, sad to say, we will be closing this year. I'm going to assume it's like because of sales. And 2021, that's like post-COVID. Yeah. There's no... And like, when you think about the concept, like for sure, it's mostly like foreigners staying in there for, social media purposes and stuff. Like, I don't think any locals would stay in there mostly. And so I'm assuming he just closed it for like financial reasons. He didn't give an explanation. And he was super young too, like 28 years old or something. So
interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's really unfortunate because I would have loved to like read more about it. But basically, of course, the hotel had its own rules. Like you're not allowed to do like lewd acts in front of the camera, of course. And then they also warn guests too, like this is publicly broadcasted. They get their consent and everything. And to make sure that, their luggage or their personal belongings aren't displayed in a way where like you can see IDs or like passports and things like that. So the guy, like the owner tried to be as safe as he could about it. He kind of like regulated it in a way. Yeah. But because this hotel closed already, the only one stream exists. Like the channel is still up on YouTube and a stream does exist. Okay. And so like we'll link it below, but you can watch it. And I watched it and I felt like very, very creepy just watching because there's no sound. It's like kind of like a silent like.
Oh, what are they just like sleeping?
Yeah, like a lot of it is just darkness because they're sleeping. And then I think like. What was the girl? It was a girl too. So yeah, that was kind of brave on her end. But she was just like reading a manga and then like she watched TV watched videos on her phone. And then she was eating like ramen, like cup noodle and stuff. Like it was, you see this concept, right? And you're like, ooh, like how interesting, like how funny. And then you watch and it's like, oh, it's just like legit, like someone relaxing and doing nothing at the end of the day. Yeah, but I'm kind of curious because the way I knew about this hotel was from social media. I'm assuming our listeners, at least one of you out there, has heard of this hotel. And if there's anyone who stayed at this hotel, I'm very, very curious. Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah, I'd never heard of it.
I know. That could be like, what if we did the podcast from inside that room? Like a double broadcast, right? Yeah.
Backup footage.
Anyway, that's the first hotel. It's very, very short. I just wanted to introduce it before it got forgotten forever. My second hotel I have is the Henna Hotel. So have you ever heard of this hotel before?
Yes, and I've stayed there before at one of their branches.
Perfect! Okay, that was going to be like my question at the end. So hen means like strange here in Japanese, our brief word of the day. If you would like to just read that little thing. So this is from their website describing their hotel.
Okay. The meaning of hen in Henna Hotel is a statement of our intention to continue to change.
Oh, so we said strange like hen, because that does mean hen.
Oh, they mean hen like henka?
Yeah, like henka or henko. So they're talking about like changing, I guess, which I didn't know. I thought they were meant to be strange this whole time.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, maybe double entendre. I don't know what you call it.
But it is strange, so...
It is a very wacky hotel, and you'll see why. Yeah.
Okay. In order to meet the demands of our guests, we have come to believe that it is necessary to continue to change with sensitivity to the characteristics of each region and trends of each era. Our hotels are known in Japan today for their proactive use of cutting-edge technology, such as the many robots used at the reception desk and throughout the hotel, but none of this is designed to attract easy attention. At their core, they're all about the spirit of how can we make our guests feel more comfortable during their stay.
Yeah, so keep your Japan is living in the future comments to the end. But so I didn't know this, but there are actually many different henna hotel locations throughout Japan. 22.
There's one in New York too.
Oh my god! Yeah. So I researched and apparently they're worldwide. I guess. Yeah. But so there's 22 so far in Japan.
Oh wow!
And the type of robotics depends on the hotel's location. So the hotels have many different kinds of robots that work the check-in desks. For example, like kind of where we live, the location in Shinsaibashi in Osaka has the dinosaur robots.
Yeah.
But I noticed many of the Tokyo locations use like humanoid robots. So robots that look very realistically human, I guess. And also one technology I didn't know they had were light holograms. Those are in like the Asakusa, Tokyo, or like Tawaramachi. That's Tokyo, I think, and Nara and Sendai locations. Oh. And so, like, instead of a robot at the check-in desk, it's like I said, a hologram. And I looked at, like, what kind of holograms they have. A lot of ninjas. It's like a lot of ninjas checking you in and some dinosaurs here and there. But, so...
Well, lucky me, because I stayed at the one in Nagasaki, like near House Tenbosch, like the Dutch-themed amusement park.
I have so many questions. Okay, anyway. Yeah.
But there were like humanoid animatronics and also dinosaurs.
Oh.
So I got to talk to both. They were really creepy. The humanoid ones are really creepy.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of, and we're going to like link these hotels too, so you can look at the hotel's website. But like the humanoid ones, I'm not a fan. Like it just looks...
It's very uncanny.
Yeah, it just looks really, really scary to me.
Yeah.
Like you said, I got to talk to them.
Yeah, we had a great conversation.
Did they talk like outside of, check-in and hotel language?
Just whatever the program, like the usual check-in stuff.
Yeah. And so I kind of like looked up the prices of this hotel. I was just a little curious. So they range from 16,000 yen to 20,000 yen or more. Some of the rooms for guests with like, 4 people or more even go up to like 50,000 yen, which was like more expensive than I thought. But then you have to consider like, they probably need to pay for those robots somehow, I guess. Yeah. But then with the price, okay, so tell me about your experience before I kind of like give my personal opinion from what I've seen.
So I don't know what the price was because it was a business trip.
Maybe that's for the best.
Yeah. But when I checked before, like on my own time, just booking whatever on a personal trip. I think it was maybe like 30,000 or something for the night.
Damn, okay.
So yeah, it's not a budget hotel, but it's also not really luxury either. It's kind of somewhere in the middle. Yeah. But the rooms were pretty normal. It just looked like a normal business hotel room. I think my room, it had a little like tatami section. Okay. So that was nice. I mean, it was a nice room. Very comfortable. Yeah. But it looked like a pretty normal hotel room compared to the theatrics that you have during check-in.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm relieved you said that because in my notes, when I was like looking up the rooms and stuff, I wrote, the rooms look very meh. like they're no more extravagant than any other standard hotel here in Japan, and they don't look very like spacious based on the photos that I've seen. Like they just really look like a standard hotel, like the rooms themselves. So it sounds like a lot of like what you're paying for, and a lot of that like strange concept about the hotel is just like the lobby and the check-in area.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I thought the rooms even were gonna have like some robotics in there, like at least a dinosaur in there.
I'm glad it didn't.
I'm kind of like
waking up to that in the middle of the night.
Yeah, that's like that sounds scary as hell. Like especially like think about how like Alexas and like Googles and stuff like will respond to your voice when you're not talking about them. Imagine like those, especially the humanoid robots in there. Like
hello. Do you need anything?
Yeah, like that's scary. Or like robotics, they are technology and they need to see like surroundings and stuff too. So I'm sure it comes down to a lot of like privacy. Like there's a camera in your room, like legit. And so I'm kind of, after like thinking about that, I'm glad, they don't exist in the rooms themselves.
Yeah. It's for the best.
Yeah. I like the dinosaur robots, to be honest. Like I would like to go. I've been into the lobby of one of these hotels before because I saw the dinosaurs from the outsides. And I don't know, it's just very like comedic because you have these dinosaurs who like talk for one and you're like, okay.
Yeah, they speak multiple languages.
Yeah, you can choose their language. And I'm just like, when you think about like a dinosaur speaking Japanese and like on top of that honorific Japanese, like keigo to you, and they're like bowing and stuff with their little tiny arms. It's like... Yeah, I don't know. It's a very like only in Japan kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I noticed the location in Shinsaibashi, at least, they put up like a curtain barrier in the lobby. So they block the check-in desk that like before, if you're like walking or passing the area, you could see the dinosaurs from the outside, and it's all blocked off now. I'm assuming to like, prevent wackos from going in there and like taking videos. Me. But yeah, so I'm glad we have someone who stayed in the henna hotel because I was like very, very curious about it. Yeah. I'm gonna have you, so we'll maybe post this meme in the thing. I'm gonna just have you read that description and I'll explain what it is.
Okay. The Henna Hotel, once celebrated as the world's first robot-staffed hotel, has significantly reduced its robotic workforce by over half due to the robot's inability to perform tasks effectively. Originally, employing 243 robots, including dinosaur receptionists, the hotel aimed to revolutionize hospitality through automation. However, the experiment failed to reduce costs or workload, leading to a return to human-provided services in many areas.
So the caption on the photo is, Japan Hotel fires half its robot staff for being terrible at their jobs. And like, I don't know if this is a meme. It's probably fake or like an exaggeration or whatever, but like...
say that they're fired.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. It was really silly. And also when I was doing my research, obviously like, Google and all of my data is out there. So when I was like scrolling on Facebook this morning, don't judge me for still being on Facebook, I came across this like, I don't even know what it's called, this article or this page called Japan Inside. Please tell me if this is like a satire page or whatever, but still so funny. The picture is like a dinosaur at a check-in desk wearing a little like paper hat, like he's like a fast food worker or something.
That's how some of them look.
He's got a bow tie and stuff. Yeah, it was just so silly. But anyway, I just had to read that. But okay. But those were like the two normal hotels that seemed kind of interesting that I wanted to talk about here in Japan. But now we're going to get into the main event.
Oh, okay.
The main star of the show, which is a love hotel.
Ooh, what's a love hotel?
Yeah, so a love hotel is a type of short stay hotel operated primarily for the purpose of allowing guests to rest I'm putting air quotes.
Rest.
Or stay for the night. So before we get into like the history and the description, have you ever stayed in a love hotel before? Or
Yes, I have. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, sometimes they're cheaper than normal hotels.
Yeah, surprisingly.
So, or if you ever missed the last train or something, that could be a good option.
What is like the most interesting one you've stayed in, or at least like the most interesting one you've like seen online at least or know of?
Let's see. Last winter, me and my partner were in Tohoku for like a week to see all these winter festivals and stuff. So, of course, you know, traveling for a week and paying for hotels every night. One of the places we stayed at was a love hotel to save money, but it was like safari themed.
Ooh, fun!
So
okay,
fun.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah, but the walls were very thin.
Oh, like you could hear the other occupants and stuff?
They're supposed to be more soundproof than the average place.
Right.
Because of the
activities of rest that happen there. Yeah.
Yeah. But luckily, the people in the room next to us, they didn't spend the night. They were just there to rest for, I don't know, however long.
I mean, it doesn't sound like they were getting much rest, but
not at all.
I see. Okay, sounds good. I do like the safari theme. That's fun. So what, like in your room there was like jungle like stuff happening in there, like plants and all that?
The plants, the artwork on the wall and stuff.
That's fun.
Yeah. And they even had like a nice breakfast.
Oh, see, that's nice. Like, that's
like they delivered it to the room.
Oh, even better. Yeah. Like, say what you want about love hotels. Like, some of them, not all of them. Some of them, like,
it depends.
They're really fine. Like, they're really nice. You know. A lot of them, even like, I know you can do like joshikai, like ladies parties in there. There's like karaoke in a lot of the rooms and stuff, and they have like party courses. You don't have to stay and stuff. So, I'm a fan. Like, I'm a big supporter of like love hotels, to be honest. Yeah. But
I mean, I think it is a pretty good alternative if other hotels are really expensive.
Oh, yeah.
But the only drawback, well, I mean, not the only one, but one of the drawbacks is that the check-in time is usually very late.
Oh, yeah, like past 9 p.m.
Yeah, sometimes it's 9 p.m. So if you want a place where you can leave your suitcases and
that's true.
Relax in the afternoon, this is not the kind of place.
That's true. And like a lot of them too, like once you're in, you can't leave.
Yeah, some of
you
them
can't like leave the hotel
front door or something.
Yeah, they lock it because it's all for privacy and like it's not like there's staff around to like help you out. And like sometimes there are though. Like I've had cases where we checked in and we got a room, but maybe we wanted to like go get some drinks or like snacks and stuff from a Conbini. So we told the front desk person like we will be right back or something like that. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. So it's not like impossible.
But anonymity is very big at these hotels. So even if there is a physical person who is working reception, there's probably going to be some kind of like curtain or barrier. Yeah. So you guys don't see each other's faces and thus keep privacy.
Yeah. So my mini disclaimer just about love hotels. I know there's love hotels around the world, but I'm just going to be talking about the ones like specifically here in Japan for this episode. And I'm not going to get too much into like the cost of each of these hotels either, or like where they are specifically located and stuff. Mostly just want to like lightly talk about them, keep it fun, not like too educational, I guess. Okay. Although I've like found links to like the hotels. So if you are interested in stuff, like you can go ahead and obviously like look up the prices and do your own research on there. Okay. But yeah, that's all I had. All right. Great. So I will have you start us off with the history of love hotels. I'm actually going to have you read both of those paragraphs. This is from Wikipedia. Sorry. Just general description.
Okay. So the history of love hotels, hoteru, can be traced back to the 17th century in the early Edo period, when establishments appearing to be inns or tea houses with particular procedures for a discreet entry or even with secret tunnels for a discreet exit were built in Edo and in Kyoto. Modern love hotels developed from the chaya, tea rooms, used mostly by prostitutes and their clients, but also lovers. After World War II, the term tsurekomiyado, bring along in, was adopted, originally for simple lodgings run by families with a few rooms to spare. These establishments appeared first around Ueno, Tokyo, in part due to demand from occupation forces, and boomed after 1958 when legal prostitution was abolished and the trade moved underground. The introduction of the automobile in the 1960s brought with it the motel and further spread the concept. Japanese housing trends at the time were characterized by small homes with sleeping areas being used as common areas during the day, and as a result, little opportunity for parents to engage privately in intercourse. Married couples therefore began to frequent love hotels. By 1961, there were around 2,700 tsurekomi inns in central Tokyo alone. Hotels of the time featured unusual attractions such as swings and vibrating beds. Wow! The Meguro Emperor, the first castle-style love hotel, opened in 1973 and brought in an average of approximately 40 million yen monthly. Whoa.
Yeah, so it's a booming industry. Did you know it dated back to Edo? Like the Edo period?
No, but
yeah,
I guess it makes sense.
It makes sense,
yeah.
right? Like, I don't, obviously, like, they're not calling them love hotels in Edo, you know?
Yeah,
but
that's
like,
more like a modern term.
Yeah. But yeah, I had no idea, like, the history of it and, like, how long the idea of, like, discrepancy around it has been going on. So, like, makes sense to me. Especially, like, one thing I wanted to, like, kind of comment on, though, was, you know, where did it say? After, like, the 60s, a lot of people... or like a lot of married couples, you know, like the home is like where your family space. And so it's like used for it had a really positive like definition to it. Like it's used for married couples. Like, so married couples can have like a private space to like, you know, be intimate together, which like maybe sure in like the 1960s. Sure, maybe. But like these days, like unfortunately it has strayed, not everybody, but it has strayed to a lot of places where people participating in like affairs, you know, meet up and stuff. And so
yeah, but also because, you know, a lot of people live with their parents until they're married sometimes. So yeah, if like a couple is just dating and they don't want to go back to either person's house, they could also just go to a love hotel. To rest.
To rest. Have you ever used it like to rest before? Like just to rest? Like actually? Yeah. Like, but me too, because like, you know, especially when I was like first dating my partner, we were like long distance and stuff. And so we'd meet up in like Tokyo and have like dates and stuff around Tokyo. And like because we're long distance, we're trying to make like the most out of that one day or like that one, you know, we can see each other. And like, but like when you think about, it's almost like vacation, like from morning all the way to like night or last train, like trying to do an activity all day in Tokyo. It's like, it's a lot of money, or it's a lot of walking, or it's like, okay, how many cafes or like restaurants or meals can we go to before we just like need to sit down? And so like we've used the rest option like a lot to just to like seriously like sit down somewhere, take a nap, like use the karaoke machine even, or like like I don't know, like watch a movie for real, like because it's like depending where you go, maybe it's 2,000 yen for 2 hours or 3 hours even, and that's just like a nice place to truly rest. And like when I'm me in this conversation now, I'm meaning to rest, but of course other people rest in other ways. But we're keeping it PG-13 in this conversation.
There's a lot of ways to rest.
But actually, let me get into. So now I have a list of like the most interesting love hotels I've like researched till now. I said we're gonna keep it PG-13, but never mind, we're not. We're starting off strong with my first one I have called the Alpha Inn. Have you ever heard of this one?
No, but I'm scared.
Okay, so actually, let's play like a little game because the descriptions of each of these hotels is pretty short. So let's play like a smash or pass of these hotels. Like we'll talk about it and you can decide if you would stay there or not. Smash or pass. All right, so the Alpha Inn. This hotel has a range of different BDSM concepts. And they do not hold back. So due to their very like detailed decor, even the rest prices for this place are very expensive, and they don't really differ that much from the stay prices. So I know I said I wasn't going to talk about prices, but off my memory, like 1 hour or 2 hour rest was like already 1,500 yen, like $150 or so.
Pricier than normal?
Yeah. And then to stay was like 180 to 200.
Oh wow.
And so again, I'll link the hotel website below so you can see the photos for yourself, but they're very like, I'll have Frankie look at them actually. Okay, so we are looking at the website because I wanted Frankie to see some photos.
Okay, we got like a dungeon cave looking place.
Yeah, you can scroll.
Oh. More emphasis on the dungeon.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, they got like little LED lights on the ceiling and stuff.
I feel like I have seen this from abroad in Japan, maybe.
Yeah.
I feel like he went here for the video.
Yeah, so I used his video a lot for like a lot of this research. And I've like linked his video that I reference as well below. But yeah, so it's very like dungeon medieval vibes and like torture kind
vibes.
of. Yeah. Very BDSM-y. And I feel like I've seen it pretty recently too from like, you know, TikTokers and stuff that are posting about it. But yeah, it's very interesting. It's very red. Like, I don't know, the room itself is like very dark. I feel like. Oh, where did it go? Did I accidentally close out the notes? We are back. Sorry. Technical difficulty. But we were looking at the photos of the Alpha Inn Hotel.
Yeah.
So yeah, smash or pass.
Maybe pass.
Why?
Because of the price. And I don't know, maybe it would be interesting to film content in there, but that's not really my content.
Your content
anyway.
Yeah. That's true. I guess, yeah.
I'm more just like chilling in the countryside, not like checking out weird love hotels.
I mean, what if this hotel existed in the countryside?
Where does it exist? Where is it?
No, it's in Tokyo for sure. Yeah, yeah. Me, smash. Pass. But mostly for like the novelty of it. I feel like it's just it looks like such a fun, silly place to like get your photos and like be like look at me here in Japan, you know, but that price there's nothing like funny about that price at all. Okay. All right. Moving on to our second contender. Trust me, I don't know how to read that either.
How do I Hotel Jzauruass? Basically a Jurassic Park themed love hotel. Although the outside looks very exciting, you can walk around a jungle-like atmosphere. The rooms look pretty standard, although many of them have cages surrounding the bed, and there are even some mummy-themed rooms.
Yeah, so
what?
You get
mummy
the gist.
And jungle.
Yeah, I don't know like what the correlation between that is. Yeah. Maybe they're going for more of like because again, you can't like label it as the Jurassic Park Hotel, probably for like copyright and all of that. Okay. So I think they're going for like a jungle adventure Indiana Jones vibe, like the Mummy kind of is my perception. I have no idea.
Sure.
I'm very curious, like, because this is the English name. Like the spelling is Jzauruass. Jzauruass? Like, is it supposed to sound like Jurassic? It's funny that it has a Z in it, like Jizz.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I keep reading it like
jumbled up letters.
And I just read it as like Jzauruass. Yeah, like Jzauruass, maybe. Oh, actually, maybe that's
Jzauruass.
Maybe that's what it's supposed to be. But
was there katakana?
I didn't find it. Yeah, there probably is, and I was just not my priority in my research for this one. But yeah, again, a little disappointed because there's no dinosaurs in the rooms. It's just like the cage around the bed. Like if you've seen Jurassic Park, it's like that vibe on the outside, but not so much on the inside. So smash or pass?
Maybe pass. I don't really care about dinosaurs and that kind of stuff.
Not that much. Only the ones at the henna hotel getting fired for doing their job poorly, I guess.
Sorry to those dinosaurs. They need to make a living too.
True. Okay. This one I was excited for you to see. Have you heard of our next one? Is called Hotel Candy Hall. Have you heard of that?
Is that the one with where the outside has like this really creepy tree?
I don't think so.
It's like sweets on the outside.
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah. So you've seen it from the outside, or you've known about it.
I've only seen content about it.
Okay.
Or at least only the outside of the building.
Okay. What do you know anything about the inside of the building?
I assume it's also sweets themed candy.
Yeah, there's a sweet concept to it, I guess. But actually, they're best known for their Hello Kitty BDSM room.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So like literally so they've redesigned it actually, but the old room design had Hello Kitty plushies dressed up in like bondage and leather and stuff. But of course, due to like social media and like pictures of Hello Kitty in bondage just like getting scattered around the internet. The hotel kind of took action to really tone down the room and just they made it more of like a cutesy Hello Kitty kind of vibe instead. Okay. And so I've like attached some pictures here for Frankie to see. They're a little small and I don't know how to zoom on here. But anyway, the left is the new design and the right is the old one.
Hello Kitty, what are you doing?
I know, like literally stripped of her innocence in that photo. Well, if you look it up, like that's the only photo they provide of the room. Is like, yeah, Hello Kitty blindfolded and in leather and chains. But yeah, you get the idea. So smash or pass?
I would say smash because it seems pretty interesting.
Yeah, it seems cute. I do like the Hello Kitty decor, and there's a piano in the room.
Can you play?
Yeah, like it looks like it's playable, and I'm assuming.
I mean, you personally.
No. Yeah, I'm gonna go there just to play the piano. No, I cannot.
2 birds, 1 stone.
I'll go in there and like play chopsticks or something, and then be like, all right, that was fun. But yeah, I would stay in here too. Again, for the cuteness aspect of it. But, yeah. All right. Moving on very quickly. Our next one.
Okay. Queen Elizabeth. The exterior is, you guessed it, a huge ship. Mm-hmm. That's not what I would have guessed.
Oh, what were you guessing?
I thought it was going to be like Victorian themed, like the castle.
With like the royal family and everything. Yeah.
I should have known. Yeah. Can't afford a cruise? It's okay. Stay at the Queen Elizabeth located in Kanagawa, Japan. All of the rooms are naval themed, which will allow you and your partner to get the perfect Titanic shot, according to that one website I read.
Yeah. So I'm going to show you some photos.
They have a Titanic room?
Yeah, they like... What's wrong with windows? It's not an actual cruise. So the ship is stationary, to my understanding.
But it is
it is a ship, and it like at least made to look like a real legit ship. Because it's in Kanagawa, I'm gonna assume it's like parked near or at the port of some
like
sort.
Yokohama port or something?
Yeah. Because like Kanagawa is like known for, marine stuff and all of that. So yeah. And they even have like at the, what do you even call it? Like on the deck of the ship, like towards the front, you can see there's like figures, like statues of what is supposed to be a Jack and a Rose doing that iconic, like, I'm flying scene, And so I'm going to have Frankie look at some photos.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
They look very, I don't know,
the statues
scary.
Are not like... It doesn't look like them at all.
Yeah, and again, maybe for like copyright stuff, I don't know if they could like make them look exactly like Leo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet, but that's all I had. Enough. Yeah, there was no like pictures I could find of the rooms inside, the room? Which is kind of typical when you're researching love hotels, again, because of like privacy and all of that stuff. Yeah. But I don't know. The exterior is like huge, like way bigger than I thought, at least. Yeah. So anyway, smash or pass? You interested in going to a cruise?
Kind of neutral. I don't really care that much.
No. Actually, I'm like looking at this picture again and I don't see like water anywhere. I think it's just like
the building looks like a boat.
Yeah, the building just looks like a boat and it's surrounded by other buildings.
Okay.
Near a highway, it seems. Okay.
Oh, speaking of the monarchy, there's a love hotel somewhere in Osaka. Mm-hmm. I've passed it a few times. I passed it on the way to the studio today, actually. I saw it from the highway. Yeah. It's called Hotel Anne Boleyn.
What?
I don't think it has any special theme or anything, but just the name of it. I'm like, oh, Anne Boleyn.
What is that? Okay, fancy.
They all have some interesting names.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
So the next hotel I have, maybe you've heard of this one. Okay. Hotel Chapel Christmas.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah, well, it is located in Narita, so in Chiba Prefecture. But yeah, why not celebrate Christmas year-round? Although the hotel name is pretty obvious, the Hotel Chapel Christmas. Guests can stay here in Christmas and like Santa Claus themed rooms, no matter the time of year. Ooh. The exterior was very like Christmassy and stuff, and so I was kind of curious to see what the inside looked like. Okay. And oh my God, it is so old. Like I was just so disappointed almost. Like, I don't, for sake of time and stuff, I won't show you now. Okay. But the rooms, like, they're not Christmassy at all. Maybe some of them have like, what do you call them? Like ornaments hanging above the bed, maybe. But like,
so it's just the name?
It's just the name, I think, because like from what I found online, like the rooms like aren't, they're like barely decorated Christmas. They'll put like a little mini Christmas tree in there or like some ornaments. And they're like, yeah, it's like Christmas themed, you know?
Okay.
But I think just the outside is more Christmassy, and it just looks really like old, like from the 80s maybe it was popular, and then it just hasn't been like kept
Updated?
up yeah
Okay.
since then. But that explains why it's very cheap. I think it's like 45 USD for the night. So that explains why. But if you're ever like near the airport, the Narita airport area, and like I don't know, you need a desperate place to stay or whatever, you can stay there, give it a shot.
Chapel Christmas.
Yeah, I didn't really hype that one up too much, but Smash or Pass?
Pass. Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. Takashi told me that near his hometown, there's a love hotel that has like a big Santa Claus on top of the building. So when he was little, he would always ask his dad, he's like, I want to see Santa. And his dad was like, no, you can't go there.
He's like,
It's a love hotel.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. Is that hotel still there?
I think so.
Oh,
I think we drove past it, and that's why he told me.
Oh, I see. That poor Santa, like, so how many years ago is that? He's probably all like sun bleached and like
20
worn
years
out.
old.
Sheesh.
20, 30 years old.
Yeah, it's probably as old as that one in Narita I brought up. Okay.
right.
This next one is, I'll go through it. It's called the Hotel UFO, and it's also located in Chiba Prefecture. Do you know this one?
No.
Okay. So it's pretty obvious what the theme of this hotel is. It's just alien and UFO theme. So if you
like
look,
Okarun would love this place.
Okarun would love this place, actually. Like, if I feel like if he were little and he saw it from the outside, he might ask to get into. Like,
Mom and
Takashi.
Dad, please take me to the UFO hotel.
Right. And so like I will put some pictures and like the link and stuff, of course. But the outside of it, it's like a big giant flying saucer.
Okay.
And like for someone who's lived in Chiba for 5 years, I'm a little like surprised I have never seen this flying saucer building before. But yeah. And so I like went to take a look at the rooms, and yeah, they're designed pretty like futuristically, and a lot of them are like space themed. So the beds are round, and they're very like low to the ground. Like it's very like a modern vibe. And the lights and like the LEDs and stuff are, you know, they're very like blue and like silver, kind of like you're in a little space shuttle or in a UFO, I guess.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
All right.
Smash or pass?
Smash.
Smash.
Sounds fun.
It does sound fun. I wonder if there's like, I don't know, any alien like cosplay you can do in there. Like, because some love hotels offer like costumes and stuff. I'm not going to trust like how sanitary everything is, you know? Like, if you decide to borrow it, that's on you. But like, yeah, I wonder if they've got like, I don't know.
Yeah, don't take a black light to anything.
Oh God! Oh God! No! Please do not. All right. This last hotel I will have you read is here.
Okay. Hotel France in Okayama. So opened in 1984. The interior was designed by the famed Ami Ishin, also known as Walt Disney in the Love Hotel world. One of her favorites was inspired by the merry-go-rounds at Disneyland. Over the bed is a circle of lights with a dropped ceiling mimicking the trunk of a carousel. On the walls were trims of windows and doors that resembled the style of small-town county fairs. Around the bed were 2 mechanical horses, and yes, they spin.
Yes. So this is one I've found in my research, and also I'm like pretty sure I've seen like a TikTok or something about it too. But yeah, so you can like ride a merry-go-round. Yeah, the merry-go-round works in that room, and so you can just like take a ride before you take a ride, if you know what I mean. So I don't know. It looks really fun. I'll have you look at like some photos in a second or like later. But yeah, I don't know. Smash or pass, just based on this description.
Maybe.
Why?
I guess I'm leaning more towards smash.
Okay. It looks very, very, very cute. I don't know. Like, it looks very, very clean also. Like, kind of modern and at least, like, kept, you know, kept up, like, cleaning-wise and stuff. But, yeah, I didn't expect the horses to, like, spin around. So I'm kind of curious, like, can they, like, whoever the guest is, control it in the room? Is there a switch, or do you have to, like, call the front desk or something? Yeah, I want to say it's in Okayama, where you just were, right?
That's true. I was in Okayama Prefecture.
Yeah, so can give it a shot next time and see. If you can't go to a county fair, you can just go stay in that like room, I guess.
Who needs Disney? when you have this hotel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so those were all of the, not all of them, but like the most interesting love hotels I could find. I told Frankie this already, but like in my research, it's always really interesting when you search about Japan, depending like what language you use.
Yeah.
And so like when I was looking up like crazy hotels Japan or like love hotels Japan in English, they were all very like, extreme like opinions and articles about like the craziest like themes and love hotels and the history of love hotels here in Japan. Similar to like in our past episode, we talked about an influencer called Saikyo-chan. And like when you search her in English, they're very like, here's the craziest girl in Japan. Like it's very like extreme, all of the information you find about her. But
she's the one who's known for having like a hoarder house.
Yeah. So she lives in her like gomiyashiki, so her apartment is just covered like literally to the ceiling in trash. And a lot of her
cockroaches.
Yeah, she like lives amongst cockroaches, like literally. And so that you can go ahead and check that episode out. But basically the information about topics like these in Japan, like love hotels and gomiyashiki and all these things in English is very like extreme and crazy and like whatever. Like it's very like insta-buy, like things you would want to see on social media, you know, to get the extremity of it. Versus I searched it in Japanese as well because I wanted, like more hotels than from what I've seen from other creators, you know, and like more interesting concepts. And like not that many came up, like at least in first glance. It sounds like you really have to dig for your niche in order for that hotel to come up, if that makes sense. Like, because I searched in Japanese, like, interesting love hotels Japan. And then it led me to booking.com. And then it just showed me, like, really average, like, hotels.
Yeah.
But,
can I say, speaking of, like, booking.com and other hotel booking sites, you need to be careful because sometimes there are love hotels listed on there, they're not really obvious that they are love hotels. So you could end up at this kind of place where you don't notice that the check-in time is at like 9 p.m. Or something like that. So yeah, if it says like adult only, it's probably a love hotel. If the check-in is very late, it's probably a love hotel.
Interesting.
Like there's nothing wrong with love hotels, but if you don't expect to be staying in one, you could be like, what?
Just watch out for it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're like, hey, why do the doors like lock as soon as I step in this room? Or like one big thing is like you can always tell it's a love hotel when there's no windows. Like, and if there are windows, I mean, actually regular hotels in Japan, they bar their windows too. Or like you can only open them like such a small amount, like a smidge.
Many of them,
But like usually hardcore love hotels in Japan, they don't have windows. And I assume that's for privacy and sound, you know?
True.
Or like depending on the design of the building, if they originally had windows, it's like blocked by like a wooden or like whatever concrete thing they've like made it a point to block. But those are our love hotels that I wanted to introduce.
Okay.
But
I have another love hotel story.
Yes. Please tell me.
There was because I have a friend who lives in Hirakata in Osaka. So there used to be a place that looked like a castle, and it was a love hotel called like Hotel Chapel Coconuts or something.
Okay, just throw that random English in there, I guess. Yeah.
But when it opened several years ago, my friend said that there was a line of people for the grand opening. Waiting to rest at the love hotel.
What is this, like Disneyland or something?
People were waiting for like hours.
For hours? How horny are you?
Isn't that kind of awkward, just being in line? Like,
with the rest
know what you're here for.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
but recently, they rebranded it. Now it's a dinosaur-themed family hotel. It's not a love hotel anymore.
Interesting. Do you know why? Sales or whatever?
Sales, probably.
I would assume the Love Hotel made more money than the family version of it, especially if there's like a line out the door.
True.
If it turned into a family hotel, I doubt it, but I really, really hope they scrubbed that hotel like top to bottom. And
maybe from all the babies made at the...
There you go. Yeah, they're just like keeping
Chapel
up.
Coconuts. Now they need a family hotel.
Yeah.
For all those babies.
They changed from like Hotel Coconuts to like, I don't know, Hotel Fruit Salad or something. They need to, accompany all those people, I guess. Well, Interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe I was gonna say maybe I'll check it out, but I don't know if I need to go to another dinosaur themed.
There's a lot of dinosaur.
There's a lot of dinosaur themed. Like even in near Shinsaibashi, it's not
the dinosaur restaurant.
It's a restaurant, yeah. It's not a hotel or anything, but there's like karaoke and like if you've traveled or lived around here, they're just like on the outside. And have you ever like eaten there?
I've walked past it a few times, but I've never been in.
I'm always very curious, like, because the food they've got, like, it's, like, very huge, like, spare ribs and things that would look like, I don't know, dinosaurs like,
would eat.
Jungly or whatever. But it kind of looks like a glorified version of whatever USJ has, like Universal Studios in the Jurassic Park area. Yeah. And probably more expensive or the same. I'm not too sure, but if you ever stayed there or eaten there, let me know, because... Sometimes I like consider it because I'm like, I mean, why not? Why not? And let's go get ribs, some spare ribs, like spare ribs and big parfaits and whatever else they have.
Dinosaur-sized food.
Yeah, but now we've gone over like the fun, like crazy love hotels, right? Okay, and I'm gonna take a walk down like memory lane a little bit, where we're gonna go back to haunted Japan. Remember that era? But I only have like one story, and basically in my research, I found a YouTube like in the very minimal suggestions that came up from like Japanese influencers and Japanese articles. There was one creator here, Japanese in Japan. He stayed apparently at the haunted love hotel that is known. It is a love hotel known to be haunted here.
And it's still in business?
And it's still in business because I assume so, because this video is from, it's only 2 years old, I think, when he posted it. Okay. Yeah.
But I mean, like, he wasn't going to an abandoned place or something.
No. It's like an opera. Yeah. He filmed, not the check-in person, of course, but like, you know, discreetly just filmed himself checking in, and he like paid and everything like that. And so I'll post the YouTube link if you want to watch it.
I will.
But yeah, you should. I don't think you'll find it like scary at all. It could be like, interesting. Me personally, I was also a little disappointed. But so the caption or the video's name is translated to "I stayed in Japan's lowest ranked love hotel." Okay. And so not only is it haunted, it's also just like shabby and lowest ranked, I guess, from all the hotels in Tokyo, at least.
Okay. It's a place only a ghost could love.
For maybe truly, yeah. But apparently, there's an old love hotel located in Kabukicho in Tokyo that has the rumor, I guess, around it that if you stay there, you'll definitely come across some ghosts. And so the YouTuber I was talking about, he just went to stay there to see if it was true. I think he does. His content is a lot of that, like going to abandoned buildings, and he went to see like, you know, if ghosts are here at this one place, or he did a video about, where is it? Like the scariest haunted house in Japan? Like the attraction haunted house. Where is that one?
Fuji-Q Highland.
Yeah. So he went to see like, how scary is it? So that's kind of like his stick. I think he just likes like scary stuff. Yeah. But you can watch the video, but like when he goes in there, it's just very old. He said like, Kabukicho, you know, it can be very modern, and like when you're walking in the Love Hotel district, it's like very like Western building, and then when you get to that one, it's like all of a sudden traveling in time to like Showa. It's very, very like like Japanese and old, I guess. Okay. And so he checks in, and the building itself is very, very old, and he said it smells like cigarettes, and he gets into his room. And it's like a 2-room tatami room. So one for sleeping and then one for just relaxing. Okay. And when he's staying there, it's just he records himself like sleeping at night. And you do hear a lot of like banging and like not voices, but like there's a lot of like unexplainable sounds, he said. Like late into the night and stuff. Okay. And
that's not other customers.
According to him, and like from what you can, again, it's YouTube. Like, how believable is it, right? Yeah. But like when he's sleeping, there's a lot of like slamming sounds and things like that. And he said like when he woke up and he was like changing and putting on his shoes, his socks were like wet. Ew. For like no reason. He had no idea why they were wet. He didn't leave them like in the bathroom or anything. So that was kind of like scary to me.
Well, ghosts love water, apparently.
Do they? Well, then that freaks me out, I guess, yeah. But yeah, and apparently one of the ghosts you will see if you do stay there is a little boy. So I'm kind of curious,
what are you doing there?
What are you doing there? Isn't it past your bedtime? Like, I'm assuming maybe the building wasn't always for hotel and like love hotels, and maybe, who knows, there's a story behind that room that he stayed in too.
Gotta look into it.
Yeah, but
for Halloween, our episode.
Yeah. So like, smash or pass this hotel?
I'm curious. I'll smash.
Really? Okay. Well, please let me know when you go there so I can learn and never go there ever.
Okay.
But yeah, I was just kind of like, I thought that was a fun little stray away from like the topics or from the. Is that the little boy outside?
Oh no!
Sorry, there's like a little kid screaming outside of the studio. But yeah, I just thought like it'd be a different twist to bring up to this list of love hotels. So if you're interested in staying in a love hotel and in ghosts, I guess, then check out this video. Place. Yeah, we talked a lot about love hotels. Mm-hmm. My overall consensus is stay in them. They're really fun, at least once. If you're traveling like with a partner or with friends, stay. Mm-hmm. Although, do you know now, I know like kind of back then, depending on the hotel, they didn't allow like two guys to stay together. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's still a thing.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but anyway, that's just a small disclaimer. Mm-hmm. Also, if you are going to stay in a hotel in Japan, should we get into Appa Hotel? In general.
Controversy?
In short, I don't know. Do you know the lore of it?
Okay, so it's a chain of business hotels.
Yes.
But isn't the owner of the hotel very anti-Korean?
Yeah.
Nationalist?
Yeah. And I've heard, too, there's, like, books, like, not hidden, but, like, sometimes placed in the rooms. Oh,
yeah, like on the desks or something. And they would have, like, books.
Yeah, and they're very, like, anti-Korean.
Yeah. They may have changed that.
Maybe, but...
After being called out.
Yeah.
Hopefully they have.
I mean, I hope so. Yeah. But anyway, that's just like something to keep in mind if you ever do stay at an APA.
If you have other alternatives.
Yeah. If you have other alternatives, just like, know kind of, I guess, the history of... I don't expect everyone to look into the history of the hotel they're staying in, but... Yeah. From our knowledge, that is a very well-known one, actually, you know. The more you know. But that's it. That's all I wanted to close on.
Okay.
The last hotel, it just kind of falls into my honorable mentions category because it's not a love hotel. I just thought it was cool. Have you ever heard of the Ice Hotel located in Hokkaido?
Yeah, I think I've seen it before. It's like you basically stay inside of an igloo, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you're just like in this big ice chamber, I guess. And so they've got like, it looks really cool. Like there was like kind of a bar or like a drink space in there. And it's just like literally on a block of ice and stuff. So it looks very cool, like very like Disney Frozen vibes and very wintry, I guess. And I'm assuming they only do it until like February, I think was the like limitation was like from this November, December through like February or something.
Probably.
Yeah.
So when I was in Hokkaido, I didn't go to this hotel, but there was one snow ice festival that I went to, and they had a lot of caves and igloos, and there was one like bar inside of a cave, like an ice cave.
Okay.
And it was much warmer in there than it was outside because there's no wind.
Oh, I was going to say, is it like fake ice?
Like, no, the ice was real. But because you don't have the wind, it doesn't feel as harsh as the outside.
Is that how that works?
Yeah. So I assume at the ice hotel, you probably still have to wear your winter clothes to stay warm and not freeze to death.
That was my question, was like, do you just have to be in a winter coat the whole time? Like... when you're relaxing?
Yeah, maybe.
But
it's probably not as cold as you think.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I don't know about you.
I mean, yeah, I would still
Hawaii
be cold
girl,
for sure, but like, it's just the thought of like staying in ice is like, no. Like, I would love to look, like if there's like
I'll do it.
Like, yeah, you should do it. But you do it and tell me if it's like doable temperature-wise. Because I know this isn't the case. There's obviously, like, you know, if you're staying in there, the furniture is going to be normal furniture. I'm, like, already thinking that everything is made of ice. Is it ice?
Even the bed was ice, too.
Okay, so are you just sleeping on ice? Like,
I think so. I mean, I think there's, like, blankets and stuff.
Okay. That was gonna be my question. Like, are you gonna sleep on like a block of ice, like in a winter coat and stuff? Like, how enjoyable is that?
Yeah, and report back.
I guess so. Yeah, let me know. But that was, I just came across when I was doing some research, and it was an honorable mention. So I thought you would like it because it's ice in Hokkaido.
Maybe next year.
Maybe, yeah. But if there's like there's beach versions. Never mind. There's always beach versions. Like that's what beach resorts are. I was gonna say if there's like a sand version or an ocean version, I would stay there.
Underwater hotel?
No, actually no. I'm like, for someone who's from Hawaii, I'm like embarrassingly afraid of the deep ocean and like big open water. And so
me too. I would not stay at an underwater hotel.
Yeah, I don't even think it's the concept of like the water, but like for those underwater hotels, because it's like all glass, right? And just like my mind goes to like Final Destination and like, what if there's a crack in there? What if like something swimming in there hits the glass too hard?
What if Meg, the
giant
Meg shark,
like,
what if the Meg gets you?
Have you seen the Meg? Like there's that scene too, like all of that like
glass?
Freaks me out. Like, I don't know. What if there's like a robot in the water? That's like a different fear that I have. I think it's called like submechanophobia or something like that. I think I finally know the name, but it's silly thing I'm afraid of too. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll stay in something for more research next time, maybe.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you for sticking with us. It was a fun one for sure. We will let you go, but catch you in the next episode. Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
Watching. As always. And yeah, we'll see you later.
Okay.
That's it.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.